So this one is interesting. It's making a pretty big leap from where it was. I like the fresh colors in there. The green certainly has a pretty modern approach to it with the slate kind of gray in there. It's also a complete move from where they were before. So I think miles ahead visually, at least, it starts to, bring a little bit of movement in there, a sense of momentum or something fresh happening. It signals, a pretty big change. So I like it from that aspect.
Yeah, I think first and foremost where they were before is incredibly confusing. I don't know the story of where they were with the genie lamp. I get the state of New Mexico within there, but I'm not really exactly sure what the story. And there has to be a story in there. I just don't think I get it, especially from a brander, much less from a consumer. What is the story behind the lamp?
Yeah.
But what I do appreciate is a couple of things. One, the invention of the new word. Completely reinvented, completely made up word, but it's interesting. It's a bold step from where they were.
I think, to me, this one has quite a bit of interesting pieces in it that tells a story. It definitely has the flag that has that sense of spirit and hope in it, and people kind of united, behind something. It also has that abstract H in it for the hope piece. And the color is really nice and fresh. It has a slight gradient to it that brings a little bit of movement in there. To me, this mark is actually a quite successful mark, with the exception of the typographical piece of it. I feels a little stodgy, a little expected, perhaps.
The typeface?
Yeah, but all in all, I think this is a pretty successful rebrand. Yeah.
I personally actually don't mind the typeface. I think that it's because it's black and so stark against the green. Mm-hmm. It adds a strength to it a little bit. I like the sans serif. I like stepping away from a little bit of the traditional part of it, and I think it creates a nice holistic piece. Mm-hmm.
To me, I see a little bit more of a sail, which is a really positive icon as well for change and momentum and this idea of sort of freedom within people's lives to get where you need to get to. So that's a secondary story that I kind of read into it myself, and to me that's a part of what's magic about branding, is that people start to create little stories of themselves, within their heads, and it sparks some imagination, right? It should.
No, I think that's awesome, because until you said that, I didn't see it, and now I look at the original mark and I think about the star, and you wonder what that swish means. But when you go back to like the original sailors and how they led themselves
navigated by the
stars,
yeah.
Now that I see that sail and to talk about how the sail takes you to like new frontiers, new lands.
Right.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it is definitely putting my branding hat on and taking a look at where that is now, but I love that you just said that, because I didn't see it until now.